Hey folks, welcome. I am sorry to say I have lied to you this early in our relationship, but I have lied to you. It's been 2 weeks since I recorded that last video. Well, taxes, I'm just gonna say. I had my business taxes to prep. But there will occasionally be a slip like that in the schedule. And in fact, I've spent the last 2 weeks doing some reevaluating of what I'm going to try to get done at what point in terms of my writing work, in terms of my editing work, and in terms of writing promotion. And technically these videos are all writing promotion. So you all will know my name and you'll be like, oh yeah, Marta, she's so cool as a teacher. I want to know what she's like as a writer. And then y'all go find my novels at Amazon and it'll be fabulous. But beyond that, my intention is to update each channel every other week. So the mystery channel gets updated this week and will be updated again in 2 weeks. The sci-fi channel, Marta's Sci-Fi Seminar, will get updated next week and then 2 weeks following that. So that way I'm only trying to crank out material in one genre a week. The going back and forth is fun, but it was also starting to make me feel a little frazzled, especially when I was trying to do same-day updates for both channels. So I'm not going to do that. I get to fly this plane. That's how we're going to do it. I promised last time our theme is inspiration for the last video, and for this video, this is inspiration part 2. In this series of videos. It is designed to help guide you through the writing of a mystery novel, perhaps your first novel, perhaps not your first novel. I intend these to be watched weekly or bi-weekly as it works for you. And so today, the other thing I promised, I recommended in the first video that for inspiration, you read in genre, that you go look for some mystery short stories. There's also an old tradition, and it might be worth poking around, especially if you visit that library. Look for 3-minute mysteries or 5-minute mysteries. That kind of thing goes back to days of radio. So there's some fun stuff out there that are like super shorty mystery stories. Again, give you a broad range of writers to hear from, and a chance to really see what other folks are doing, what other approaches might inspire you. This is all about inspiring you as you move into working on your book. So part 2, the other thing I recommend you read are books on the craft of writing. Like if you've got 4 hours a week to work on your novel, I recommend you read for 2 of those hours. Maybe you give yourself an hour to read some fiction. Maybe you give yourself an hour to read some nonfiction about the craft of writing. Some of you may have had the chance to take writing classes in high school or college. Some of you may not have. Some of you may even have done graduate work in writing classes. Those can all be fantastic experiences, but the solo experience of reading a craft book and working through a craft book can also be extremely valuable. And there are a lot of craft of writing books out there that are designed specifically for that purpose. I will be talking about some of those here the next few weeks as I move through helping you all in your drafting process. I'm gonna talk about some of the different approaches people have taken when it comes to drafting. The craft books that I would recommend for you, like bang, right off the top, Walter Mosley, who is a mystery writer and has also done some science fiction as well. He's best known for his Easy Rawlins mysteries. My favorite is the Joe King series he started a couple years back. Hang on and I will grab it. Here we go. Down the River Unto the Sea, about an ex-cop turned private eye and his daughter, who works as his administrative assistant. A pretty intense and amazing read. Again, if you have the time to read more than short stories, there I will definitely recommend some mystery novels for you as well, and that would be at the top of that list. Good stuff. And his craft work, fantastic. I am making my way through his first craft book. Gotta check my notes so that I get the title right. Give me just a second. This Year You Write Your Novel is Mosley's first craft book. His second one is Elements of Fiction. So, two terrific craft books to start with. I'm using a third craft book I'm working my way through as I start these videos. I will be working to apply the principles from this book as I put things together for these videos. And that book is The Anti-Racist Writing Workshop, How to Decolonize the Creative Classroom by Felica Rose Chavez. I'm only about 3 chapters in, but Chavez is already doing such a beautiful job of talking about the ways in which white supremacy infects even the way we talk to each other about writing and critiquing writing, and how we can begin dismantling that for the benefit of all of us at the very fine-grained level of how we talk about writing. So I will be working to apply her principles to this channel. She's really got, and so that would also be for those of you who teach. In addition to write, I would highly recommend the Anti-Racist Writing Workshop. Those of you who are anticipating taking workshop classes, it would be a great text to have with you to show your writing teachers and say, hey, have you seen this? Is this something we can do here? It applies many of the principles I've seen in some of the best writing workshops I've ever taken and brings them together with some things that I had not considered previously. So some pretty great stuff. The benefit of reading craft books for inspiration is that it can change the way you think about writing. And that can be really freeing. That can be really exciting. Oh, hey, I can do it this way. Oh, hey, I can try it that way. Oh, hey. I'll be talking about writing exercise books in the next few weeks too, which are not quite the same as craft books. Craft books, again, like Mosley's Elements of Style. Craft books are going to talk to you more about there's this piece and this piece and this piece, and they all go together and make the book. Writing exercise books are going to be more like, try writing about the best ice cream you've ever had. Go, 10 minutes, you know, as a prompt. But all those things help you stretch and help you grow as a writer. The thing that needs to be said as a cautionary note about craft books is that people are going to make recommendations in craft books that will work for some of you. They won't work for all of you. They may work for you for a while. They may stop working for you. That's okay. When it comes to writing your novel, you are in charge. You get to do it the way you want to do it. You don't get to let me or anybody else tell you how to do this thing. And I think it's really critical to fight imposter syndrome. If you've heard of imposter syndrome, that's the idea, oh, I couldn't possibly do it. I don't know enough. I can't do enough. I can't be enough to manage to write this novel. Keeps a lot of people from writing novels, has nearly kept me from running these YouTube channels because I have imposter syndrome about teaching issues. Mercifully, less so about writing issues. But reading craft books for a while and at points can make you feel like, oh no, I can't do all those things. I must not be a writer. Ignore that feeling. Keep what works for you out of the craft books. Ignore the rest of it, okay? Because craft books can really help you in how you think about the larger structures of a novel, the sort of mid-range structures, the chapter and paragraph level stuff, and can even help you in your thinking about sentence level structures as you're working. And that can all be useful. But as parting words, I know this is the Mystery Channel. I'm actually going to quote a science fiction writer, Barry N. Maltzberg. Maltzberg, bless him, in his essays on craft, one of the things he said that made me just jump up and cheer: read everything you can get your hands on about craft, but don't attempt to remember any of it. What you need will stick. On that happy note, I will see you next time. We're going to be venturing into talking about drafting, the process of starting to actually write the book and what that can look like. I'll see you soon. Bye.